exactly right throughout the season. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna come down to management. And if I hear rumors about um Pep Guardiola leaving Manchester City if they're not able to compete in Champions League. However, I think it's gonna come down to the two best managers in the EPL, and that is undoubtedly Klopp and Pep. I
Without a
think that
doubt.
is where, yeah, I think that is where it's gonna come down to. All of the managers of these top six clubs, you're talking about Arteta, you're talking about Solskjaer, you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about Lampard. They're all young managers. They're all fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So they need time. They need to settle into them squad. They need to get them best. They need to know who their best team is. They need to
Mm-hmm.
know what their objective is in each game. Because let's
Mm-hmm.
face it, EPL is dynamic like that. Each game is gonna be different. Each game is gonna present a different challenge. You got book a Wolves one week we're just hungry. You get me? And next
Mm-hmm.
week you got book a Norwich. Well, then we'll take a lucky goal and then snip it
A
from
whole out. A whole
a
out.
whole out and lock it. Yeah. So yeah. You have to definitely take all of that into consideration as a manager. And I mean, I think Pep used brute force a couple seasons ago, really. He
Mm-hmm.
just put out a squad. Well, he just dominate.
Talented.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, he just dominate. And then when you can pull off to the bench, Bernardo Silva, you know what I mean? I mean,
Who would start in
who would
almost
start in
everybody
another?
else's team. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, his Achilles heel this season is the back line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that has been Fernandine. And it's funny. The last time Manchester City had a problem, their Achilles heel was again their back line.
I
You
mean,
know, they,
Pep's teams are generally that's normally the weakness in his teams, the back line. From the time when he was at Barcelona, and then he ends up normally putting some midfielder
midfielder. He
round there,
converts a
and
midfielder. He did
mhm.
that to he's the one that did that to Mascherano.
He did it to Mascherano. He tried it with Yaya. That's
Are
part
you
of why, yeah,
serious?
yeah, that's part of why Yaya left. Remember that Yaya played on the back line in the final against Manchester United.
That's really rubbish.
And Busquets played defensive midfield.
That's really
Hmm
rubbish. I always thought it was the natural order of things. Busquets coming through the academy. He was
Well,
obviously going to take that role.
yeah, Pep has a affinity to kids who come through the academy.
Right,
He normally wants them to play. If they
right.
don't end up playing, it's because they're just not under him. That is,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Barca, it's just because they're not good enough. He doesn't consider them. He doesn't consider them to be good enough.
Get you.
Uh, I shouldn't say that they're not good enough. Well, we're actually alive now. So
Okay,
everything you've been saying
up
has
and
been
running.
going out. Yes, man, it's there on YouTube as we speak. Bless up to
Nicely done.
everybody out there in YouTube land. Corona has locked us all away from the real SFC for a few months now. As you can see, the
Right.
two of us and we're live at 15 minutes to 11 Jamaica time. What happens is that Richie and I connected tonight and we say, make we test out this go live thing.
Start,
Yeah, we're
which is
talk a little
right.
football before we go to bed. So bless up
Exactly.
everybody. All right, so Richard, before we talk a little bit of football, just like we were talking a while ago, tell me what's going on with you and the family, how you're managing on the corona,
Oh,
homeschooling and work and everything.
so with the changes, the most dynamic thing for me has definitely been having the kids at home all day.
Mm-hmm.
Once I heard that, I knew there were going to be changes. I knew that I would have to do something a little different. So what I did is I took some time off. I've been working from home a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So homeschooling has been great for them. It has been hard on me because I am not a teacher, but you have to draw a feet, right? You have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's been fun though. It's been fun being with them all day, learning their personalities a lot more as they get into education. Not just them personalities after school, but
Right.
seeing how they buckle down. It's been good. So can't complain right now.
Mm. How wifey?
Oh, she's great, man. She's been doing the work thing mostly. You know how that goes, essential stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
she's definitely at work, and recently we were able to do some little accommodations where we kind of know exchange. So she stays home 50%, I stay home 50%, and we have that balance. So
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm,
it's
mm-hmm.
coming on well. It's going well.
Well, I give God thanks that you still have a job, because so many people,
Yeah,
yeah, so many people have lost their jobs in this time. It rough, rough,
yeah,
rough, rough,
yeah,
rough, rough.
yeah. And I know, and I'm not.
Mm-hmm,
I'm always gonna give thanks for that. You know what I mean? It could have been worse.
mm-hmm,
Like I said, it's a drastic change for me, and it has to show your flexibility. It has to show your versatility.
mm-hmm.
Because if you were rigid in only knowing how to do things one way, then yeah, this time period would have definitely thrown you off of your game. But
Trust me.
if you, yeah, man, if you can adjust, if you know what I mean, if you can feel the pressure and
Mm-hmm.
move with it, and then realign yourself and know, say, there are certain things that have to be done, then yeah, absolutely, I think you'll be able to get through this.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, and to all
Well,
the people who have been able to get through this, more power to you. And for all those who feel like things are hard and can't work, keep strong. It's gonna get better.
mm-hmm. And we're experiencing something really unprecedented across the world, because I mean, one go, this thing is affecting the
Yeah,
entire world. The
yeah,
entire
yeah,
world,
yeah.
one go. It's not like we're in Jamaica and we see it happening in China, or we see it happening in Italy or England or America. It's happening everywhere at,
Everything, yeah.
at the same time. And it's affecting almost every country in the same way. So it's horrible, and it's affected football. Can you believe that?
Brethren, I just saw somewhere where they said we've now gone 100 days without football.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
insane. It's insane. So
Ridiculous.
that said, June 17, the
Yeah,
Premier League,
yeah.
the major football league. No disrespect to the fans of Spanish La Liga and League
Look
1
here. I,
and
I
German League and all of
I
that.
will tell you this right now, Mr. Clyde Shaw Jr., aka. I just got into a huge argument with a
Mhm.
football group of mine about which league is the best league. You understand? So opinions are gonna differ right across the board.
But what was the argument though? What classifies what they're talking about? Best league to watch, or best league that plays the
See,
best football?
there's so many dynamics to that question.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Mm-hmm.
the best league based upon? Is it the best? So the main argument is that the two best teams in the world are in Spain, and those are the teams, right? So my argument is
The two best teams in the world are in Spain.
that's correct. Or let's do it another way. The two biggest clubs,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
right? So
definitely, definitely. Mm-hmm.
the two biggest clubs in the world are in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that must be the best league.
No, the league doesn't comprise of two teams.
So this is what I said to them. I said, after you take out, let's even put in the top 5 teams out of that league. I don't think anybody is watching or anybody's really looking at how that league is going to shape out, because they know that the first and second place are pretty much secure.
Listen, with top 5 teams, there are 3 teams that people are going to watch, and people are watching. The third one I'm going to mention is
It's
Atletico.
Atletico, of
Yeah,
course.
and it's just, and literally Atletico has had personality since Diego Simeone went there. He's the person who added personality to that team, and made it a team that all of us who hope will win the league each year, like to beat out the other two. Atletico is everybody's
Dark
third
horse.
dark horse, you know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
want them to win, because you kind of get sick and tired of it. But to call that a strong league though,
Yeah.
no, I don't think so. I mean, right now, I mean, Arsenal is my team. Arsenal is in 10th place. When last
Yeah.
I
And
checked,
that's
Arsenal is in 10th,
it's
and
never
that,
it the last 10 years that has not happened.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But the whole dynamics of the thing shaking up, because it's been 20 years since Liverpool has been this. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
dominant.
Well, 30 years, 30 plus years. Remember, we in 2020, Yeah, you're talking about the last time Liverpool won the league was in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. That's 3 decades now.
1990 was
I was a
30 years
boy.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I
Three
say, so
decades.
Yeah, man.
So
And
now,
we grew up with Liverpool being the dominant team. Literally, when I tell young people now, younger persons know that Manchester United wasn't a big team or a big club when I was growing up. It was Liverpool.
right?
It
But
was Liverpool.
most people know, watching football know that and have seen where the history has come through the leagues.
Yeah.
They've heard about Nottingham Forest, you know what I mean? They've heard
Mm-hmm.
about the greatness of these teams coming up
Mm-hmm.
and where they are now. So the dynamics have changed, you know what I
Dramatically.
mean? Dramatically. But
Dramatically.
the word dramatically kind of describes how EPL is played between the media, the hype, the history, and just the football playing.
Mm-hmm.
Really and truly, the most drama you're going to get in a in a football going to probably come out of EPL. It's going to
Yeah.
come out of
Yeah,
English Premier League. You know what I
definitely.
mean? There's a
I mean,
backstory to everything.
and you really do get drama because of the passion. Not that passion is not in every league, but the camera angles, how it is recorded, how the football
Yeah.
fields look, the technology that they've always had available to them. A lot of things that make that league easier to watch. And I think in addition to that, there is a popular culture vibe to it. We all grew up. Is it the same for you when you watch a commentator with an American accent comment on
No,
a game?
definitely not. I've
It's not the
always
same.
wondered that. I've always
Exactly.
wondered that.
We all
What is
grew
up
up.
with that? The English
We
commentating.
we all grew up with it. We all grew up hearing
Yeah.
an English commentator commenting on a game. The first time I heard an American comment on a football game,
It
it
was,
sounded weird.
yeah, man.
It affected my experience watching the game. So it's a part of our culture. It's a part of what makes it great. And they have awesome commentators too. So plus all the games are covered. So no matter which team you are, you can watch the
And
game.
and you know, this is what I find very interesting about the Premier League. Each team has a set of supporters, no matter how new or old or
Or
how
small.
badly or small the
Mm-hmm.
team is doing. You get me? When I first started watching Premier League,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Shearer, yeah, dominating Newcastle. I used to
Yeah.
play FIFA, and I used to build Newcastle club in FIFA as a dominating club. You know what I mean? So you play
Yeah.
manager mode and you play up and you
Mm-hmm.
buy the players, and it was Newcastle I was using. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
until later when I really started to get into the game
Mm-hmm.
and Chelsea spent the money and they brought in a bunch of Africans, and I used to love watching Michael Essien, Didier
Mm-hmm.
Drogba. I
Yeah.
like the fact that they brought in Mikel and Solomon Kalou, all of that coming
Mm-hmm.
together,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yo, this team
Strong
look like they
team.
will represent a
Strong
certain
team.
kind of culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is when, and that was amongst the great Manchester United team, which
Mm-hmm.
annoyed me. It was amongst the great Arsenal Invincibles, which
Mm-hmm.
annoyed me again. It was amongst what I used to call Scousers in Liverpool, which really annoyed me. So, you know, it really came to an appreciation of the team play and the style. You know what I mean? And then from there, I mean, listen, I don't know how it is elsewhere in the world, but in Jamaica, once you say you're a team that,
That's it.
lock into that, that's it. Don't even slip and say you're a team that, or
Mm-hmm.
else that is you locked in for life. So yeah,
That's the
man,
thing, you know.
that's
I know people who have an argument against that. You know, they say, "Boy, how can it be your team? You're not from England. You're not from the area." But I mean, it to me, it's not fun
if you get
if
to switch your side.
if you get to switch your side. You know, what I mean, it's
Exactly. No, you can't do that.
some
Wagon is
Manchester.
behavior.
Exactly. Man City winning, and then all of a sudden Man City. A man who acquired with me last year about Manchester United. I got to tell me, say Man City I'm side this year. Madness.
No man.
Madness.
No man. Anybody with Man City as them side just
Yeah.
start watch football.
I am an Arsenal fan. I'm to take my beating. You understand? When
But
everybody
everybody are gonna get it.
yeah, I'm
Look
to
how
take
long Liverpool in the wilderness.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
You
the
get me?
amount of
So
pride when you hear a rapper talk with pride,
which is
um,
right.
which is you understand, then I have to respect him. That's why I never provoke a man.
True.
I know, yo, are your team? Yeah, me provoke you a little bit still. Um,
No.
maybe
No
maybe
man.
when my team just beat you. But I mean, I have to give Liverpool credit. I have to give Chelsea credit. Manchester United credit. All of those teams have had their time. But
Right.
let's see. Let's see. We have 11 games to go, and I think it's actually exciting times. Think about it. It's gonna be like a cup final every match. Every match
You
gonna be
do.
like a
Let
cup.
me tell you, there are going to be all right. So bringing up the schedule and
Mhm.
bringing up the let's talk some football. Cause I know we're
Yeah.
rapping and things.
Yeah, man. Make we
But
talk some football.
let's talk some football, right? Now between the table and the schedule that is coming up.
Right.
Kicking it off with Aston Villa versus Sheffield. The Blades are doing well. They could land Europa, but
Did they say are doing well? We're doing
remember,
well.
well, I mean, okay, so wait, before we broke, they fell off a shape, didn't they?
A little bit. But I
A little
mean,
bit.
all right. So before we jump into that though, how are teams going to manage? No, I mean with that massive break, basically preseason, quote unquote, halfway preseason is what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
How much of the 3 weeks was contact football?
Nah, sir. Not a lot. It was
Not a
just
lot.
running. No, it was
Yeah,
just running and knocking the ball. Well, I was watching some of the, in my desperation to get football, man, I watched some behind the scenes footage.
yeah.
And I've only seen where there are a couple of teams, like you said, knocking around the ball, doing a few drills. It
Hmm.
wasn't anything intense. You get me?
Yeah, Arsenal
Um,
played a match against Charlton like about 2 or 3 days ago.
how did it go?
Uh 6-6 love.
Arsenal drop six. I have to ask.
Yeah, but when you watch it, it was like
It was a
a
training session.
training session, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Charlton was playing, but eh, when you watch it, it was whole like
There's a
that.
class difference. There's clearly
First,
a class
yeah,
difference.
yeah, it wasn't. But I mean, I guess
Supposed to be like that.
they're out there playing football. I mean, Lacazette scored. Aubameyang must score.
Did he get
Um,
this hat trick though?
no,
Got six in the drop,
Nketiah got a hat trick.
Okay.
Um, Lacazette scored. Aubameyang scored, and what's the other English kid again? Willock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Willock scored. But I mean, you can't judge Arsenal of any preseason game. They always play well.
I will tell you this though. Preseason games and games like those friendly games, they're
Hmm.
great for team morale and they're
Right.
great for what I think America calls them tune-up games.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So you score a lot of goals especially as a goal scorer. You get
Right.
those shooting boots worked in. You get me? If the keeper faced a couple of shots, at least the keeper reflexes are being tested.
True.
So
True. True.
things like those help. And as you say, when you're playing against your teammates, you're not gonna tackle a man hard. You're not gonna try beat a man too tough. You're probably gonna try a
Hmm.
flicker here and there, just for fun. So it's less competition when you're doing it versus just in training, as opposed to even
Right.
a tune-up game. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
On that note,
Hmm.
I saw a couple games in the Bundesliga, and I'll be honest with you, some of the sides them really look out of shape. I mean, literally running like how you and I would be playing
Yes,
on
man.
Sunday evening, you
Hmm.
know? So that to me, it's a bit concerning, especially when you're coming into EPL restarting. I will say though that there are some players that have been taking their regimen very seriously.
Yeah.
So expect to see some guys really hungry and coming out sharp. I do believe Manchester United wants that fourth spot. So they are gonna come hard. You know what I mean? Bruno Fernandes is there now and he's in the team.
And that guy can actually play some football.
I think with him unlocking some passes behind the back lines of some of
Hmm.
these teams,
Yeah.
people like Martial and Rashford, I don't know if they're still gonna play Dan James, but definitely Martial and Rashford fit and doing well, they will have a feast.
Yeah, I think what this particular period gives us too is that it takes away excuses. Um, most people have their teams back.
Yeah,
Even
the
if it, in,
fitness,
yeah, even if you had somebody
the
with a niggling injury, he's back.
right,
He's ready to
yeah,
play football. They're raring to go. Yes, the break is not gonna serve some teams well, but let's see. But you're talking about Aston Villa. and Sheffield United. Sheffield United is a pretty strong team still, you know.
Yeah,
Strong defensively. They actually beat Arsenal early in the season.
right.
I think they beat Arsenal 1-0. That's part of one of the nails in the
That
coffin
is
for Unai Emery. So,
so.
but the Aston Villa team is a pretty exciting team. But we're just happy. I mean, they're going to be the first game into the second half of the season, but that should be a pretty solid game to watch.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it leans to the drama in the English Premier League. A Sheffield versus an Aston Villa in any other league would not matter because
Nobody cares.
nobody cares. However, you're looking at the possibility, and watch me now, you know, Sheffield United at this moment is sitting at 7th place
Yep.
above Tottenham Hotspurs and Arsenal.
Yep.
What is this football channel that we're hosting all about?
Top 6 football.
Okay, so imagine us next season talking about Sheffield and Wolves and not talking about Tottenham or Arsenal in a top 6 football channel.
Yep.
You get me? Leicester City is sitting at 3rd.
And I think we can almost guarantee that Leicester is not going to be caught by Arsenal or Tottenham, because Arsenal is on 40 points, Tottenham is on 41, and Leicester is literally 13 points clear of Arsenal, 12 points clear of Tottenham. They're not catching them. The biggest chance that these teams have is to catch Chelsea, who is 8 points ahead of Arsenal, 7 points
That's
ahead
correct.
of Tottenham. So
That's
even, and the thing is, they have to pray that a lot of teams fall away. They have to pray that Sheffield falls away, Wolves falls away,
right.
United falls away,
Yeah,
Chelsea falls away.
It's a huge ask. It's a huge ask. They put themselves in a position that is very tricky. Both of these clubs had manager changes. You realize that?
Yeah.
So that is one of the reasons why, again, it comes down to that managerial experience. Who is at Leicester? Nobody else but Brendan Rodgers.
Yes, boss.
So you can see where the manager, if you even look at it right now, Klopp, Pep, Brendan Rodgers. Those are top managers, you know. Jose Mourinho is a top manager. I won't take anything from him.
But he just got Tottenham.
He just got the job. He just got the job. So you can see, you know, the hierarchy is there, and it really comes down to management, because I wouldn't call Leicester City a super talented squad. They have talent, but I mean, I wouldn't call them a super talented squad. I know everybody's raving about Chilwell, and you have to give hats off to Jamie Vardy. Yeah,
Jamie Vardy's class,
yeah, and he's proven it. You don't have to ask; he's proven it time
years,
right? However, if you really dig down this Leicester City squad, I don't think they're great. You know what I mean?
They're not, and that's the thing. If when they play against the big teams, you can see that there's a difference in class. But I think if you give Brendan Rodgers, I don't know, 5 years,
time and some more.
Yeah, a little more time, 5 years. Give him 5 years, 5 proper years.
That's too much time. That's too much time.
No, man, if you really want to build, Leicester is not a big club. So you need to give the coach a long time. If you trust him, you don't. What are you expecting of Leicester in 2 years?
Same top 4.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm saying, but he's gonna get them that. He's gonna get them that. I'm talking about the league. I think 4 or 5 years there.
Okay, so hold on a second. If you're talking about winning the league in the next 4 or 5 years, you're not talking about how good Leicester can be as a team right now. You're talking about a combination of things. You're talking about how good they can be in the transfer market, right? You're also talking about how bad other teams can be who are competing for that top spot.
Right.
That coveted top spot in the EPL can literally be challenged right now by any one of the top 4 clubs next season. I mean, if Manchester United decides to actually bolster the back line, like I recommend them do, with what they have up front, they could challenge for a top 4 spot. Yeah.
I don't see Manchester United seeing their backline as their problem. Even though
think it is?
No. I agree with you. I don't think
or you don't think they think so?
They see it as the problem.
But if them spend 50 odd on Harry Maguire, and then another 20 change on Wan Bissaka.
And a
Then
50
clearly
odd,
they wouldn't.
a 80 odd.
Where you talk about? How much them spend for Wan Bissaka?
No man, Maguire na 80 million them spend for
It's
Maguire,
80.
man. Yeah,
Mine
me.
talk euros. Mine talk euros.
Me almost sure say 80 million them spend for the brother.
All right.
Almost
But,
sure.
well,
But I'm saying
the point
yeah,
is
they bought Wan Bissaka, they bought
And
Harry Maguire, and they already
And then-
had Luke Shaw, who I think they see as a
they're
legit
using him now.
left back. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I think
using him now.
maybe they might need somebody to stand up beside Maguire.
So this is what I'm coming to. They have options are between the two. I think are Lindelof and Bailey
Yeah.
when he's fit.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Lindelof half like porridge, you know, brother.
Yeah, but I think that has to do with the person standing in front of them. They're not protected. They're not protected. They're not protected.
No.
They're not protected. So,
Look
but
here,
anyway,
look
hold
here.
on. Hold on.
Hold on. Let's get back on topic. Because I was about to cheer. Look here.
They're not protected.
You know better than that, Junior. Protect centre backs.
Yeah, man. You have to protect them, man. Protect them.
Rubbish that, man. Anyway, we're not getting at that.
All right. The next.
Back to the topic at hand.
So let's jump to the first big match.
The first big match,
which has me scared.
Just concede your 3 points.
Yeah, man.
Right now, if we want this thing to be interesting for as long as it can be interesting, we're going to need Manchester City to win all their games.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all, bro. Manchester City versus Arsenal. I think it's being played. Well, should be played at Emirates. I don't even know how they're going to work it out now. Is it going to be at the Emirates?
Yeah. So I haven't heard the stadiums yet, but I do know that one there should be neutral stadiums, and there are not going to be any fans.
Oh.
So if you're thinking about home advantage versus away form, you're not gonna really have that.
Okay, so it's the better team going to win.
So I mean, the ball is still round.
Oh my God! All right, well, all right. So let's talk about this game for just a little bit, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What you thinking? This Manchester City team is motivated, demotivated, don't care.
Don't care. I don't think they care. I don't think they realistically see themselves having a chance to win the league. I think they're preoccupied with other factors going on in the league for them. That is UEFA in particular. I'm checking I just want to check their injury list real quick. Okay, great. So they have a fully fit squad as far as I know. You know what I mean? If there's anybody out there watching, they can double check for me and they can let me know. Right, but right now they have a fully fit squad. So what you're going to be seeing is the machine that is Pep, the machine that is Manchester City. You're going to see if a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne is easily one of the most dangerous people on a football pitch.
Probably the best player on earth right now.
I mean, I'm not going to go as far as, because that's raking up another debate. So I'm not going to go there.
He's without a doubt the best central midfielder in the world.
As far as I can see right now, I can't see another central midfielder at his level. So I will give you that.
Yeah, I can't.
Right?
Any one of us would have worked with him. Any one of us would have worked with him in our teams right now.
Yeah, man, you can build a team around him. So I will give him that. And with a striker like Kun Aguero, I mean, I don't think he's lost any fitness based on what I'm seeing. So him coming back into
what will it take for them to be motivated for the rest of the season?
Pride. Because they have to know and remember that they are still defending champions, which means that the last season that they played, they are the best squad out of all the other squads. So as a footballer, when you're stepping on the pitch, you're supposed to already know that this team, whoever they are, you're going to beat them. And like I said, now what can hit them is a shell shocker. So say, for example, Arsenal holds out and clinches a 1 goal, or maybe even snags a 2. That's going to kill them. There's no coming back for them for that. That's my opinion. You get me? If they get hit, similar to how the Wolves team hit them, if they get hit like that and their frailties show up, the frustration starts to set in, and everybody starts.
But that's
everybody
dependent,
starts.
that's dependent on on Arsenal holding out. I've seen Arsenal hold out in games, but that would mean that Man City would definitely hit the post about 3 times.
Yeah.
You
could get that.
Yeah, kick the post, the ball over the post 4 times, over the bar 4 times. It's not going to be because Arsenal held out. Even in that behind closed doors game against Charlton was on target maybe 3 or 4 times, and the keeper had to save it. So, I mean, proper on target. It's just because Arsenal actually legit has a proper goalkeeper. Legit.
And I would say this as well. Arsenal have a proper forward.
Yeah.
Aubameyang will score on Manchester City. I would back him to score on Manchester City. You understand?
Playing from the left?
Yeah. I would back him to score. I would back him to take the ball on, or even even grab onto a loose pass. Fernandinho trying to be a skill baller.
So are you going to play Ozil?
No. You know me and Ozil already. And so I honestly don't think. Remember now, who is the manager? Who is the manager of that club now?
Arteta.
Mikel Arteta, where's Mikel Arteta coming from?
City.
Yeah, City now have no Ozil type player. Everybody has to make a move and has to play very hard. You know what I mean? So if it is though that Ozil is going to bring magic, David Silva style magic to the squad,
but he's not.
He will get a look in.
Yeah, the problem with Ozil is that Ozil does not have a rounded game. And I'm not talking about tackling. I'm talking about
I'm not talking about tackling. I'm talking about
simply kicking a shot to the goal. How many times you see Ozil from outside the 18 or even on the edge of the 18?
It's not his forte.
He's looking for a pass. He's looking for a pass. So he's not somebody who is so rounded. I don't need him to tackle, but if he can pass the ball and kick the ball in the goal. Aaron Ramsey, at least Ramsey would try to score.
No, Ramsey would definitely want to score in every game.
Exactly. No, Ozil is not like that. So because of that, he can seem lost. So it's almost like a carrying another player on the pitch. But I think the Arsenal squad is getting there. They're like 2 years away from challenging for some things. And when I say challenging, I don't mean a trophy. I mean going on the field and you're not sure if the next team going to beat them.
So here's what's going to be. You're going back to your 5-year plan.
Yeah.
And again, here's where Arsenal is going to need to bolster what they're doing. Remember now, Aubameyang is looking at, what is he, like 31?
Yeah.
So you're looking at twilight years of Aubameyang, right? You're going to need 2 central defenders. You're going to need...
We bought one already.
Okay. Who you have?
The kid from France that everybody was raving about last year, but his club asked us to loan him back. Is Lille? I can't remember his name.
Okay, I'll look it up. But you're going to also need remember the conversation you and I were having. You're going to need a Patrick Vieira style player. You're going to need an enforcer in that midfield because as it is right now, and I tell you, history has a lot to do with clubs. Back in the day, Arsenal used to be a club that you fear because you're going to have those enforcers putting the body on you, right? And then you're going to have some fancy play up front. So you really would have 2 tiers of Arsenal to compete against. You would have that back line that is no excuses, and then you'd have that front line that would demolish you. Henry and Bergkamp and them, and they would just tear it to shreds. So that was then. Now, nobody's afraid of them.
Well, I mean, they're to me they're a better team in the past 2 years, that with more balanced team than they were for the 10 years preceding that. The team was really unbalanced. I mean, come on, there were seasons where the defensive midfielder was Fabregas. I mean, what?
Defensive midfielder?
Yes,
You mean
there were.
holding?
You understand what I mean? But I mean,
I do.
he's where the defensive midfielder should be on the field. So and then
Yeah.
sometimes Aaron Ramsey would play there and he would run away from it. When Son
Yeah,
was,
man.
well, I'm not
Never.
even going back. I'm not even going back into that. Yeah, this game is going to probably end 2-1 because Arsenal is better defensively now than they have ever been. So they probably lose 2-1. I would love for them to win 2-1, but they probably lose 2-1.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it would be nice for them to keep the score down to just 2.
It would be great, but I think De Bruyne will. I think De Bruyne will be in the mood. I think Bernardo Silva will be in the. I think everybody on that City team will be in the mood, coming back, wanting to prove a point in the first game back.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you there, and that's why from what I've seen, I don't know if Arsenal is going to keep it down to 2. I think it could become a riot, and I think it could get 4. So I'm going to go with 4-1.
The thing is, if they score 4 goals, Arsenal will score a bit. Because,
so you think they'll score more than 1?
Yeah, if City scores 4, Arsenal is going to score more than 1 goal. They really are a proper scoring team. Okay. How did you feel about the 5 changes recommendation? You heard about that?
Yeah, I think it's ideal. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think it's ideal. I think it's
perfect.
Ideal.
Perfect.
I think it's ideal. You know what I mean? I think it shows the thought process going back into trying to start the league, knowing that when you're unfit, you're more likely to be injured.
Right.
So you really don't need all the ball of them trying to play 90 minutes, just getting back into the league. We are trying to, at this stage, FA is definitely trying to salvage what is left of the league, what is left of the time frame that they've had. Yeah. And at the same time, they're trying not to upset too many people in bringing back football. You know what I mean? It's a big money business. There's a lot of fans all around the world really want to see it. There are commitments to TV rights that have to be honored. You get me? So all of that taken into consideration, they've come back to the June 17th plan. The teams have voted. They've put things in place. 5 substitutions is one of those things. I think that being said, televised games, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll watch some EPL.
Again, jump to another game, you know.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna jump to Tottenham versus Manchester United. That game is going to be
on Friday. Friday, I got nice.
Yeah, I'm saying, I never realized so many really good games that we play because that game should be.
That game is a clincher, bro.
Yeah, that's Mourinho versus Manchester United. Take revenge. But let's see what happens because that Tottenham team was on a slide. Really falling down.
Do you remember the fact that in the end part of the season that we were breaking, Tottenham lost Harry Kane, and I think Son was also on the injury bench.
Son was carrying the load and then he got injured. Daddy duty.
Yeah, that's my daughter begging me some frozen yogurt.
What time?
We all bought our own frozen yogurt, yeah? And she's been begging me to buy her frozen yogurt. So we got it. And I decided to treat myself. Because, hey, I mean, I'm spending, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to have mine yet, but she's ready to have mine. So.
The best parents are the parents that you can take the stuff that they have.
Yeah, of course. And she's my
best
daughter.
parents.
So she knows how to get things from me. So Tottenham versus Manchester United.
Manchester United.
So let me open up a can of worms here, right? Because like we said before, injury should not be an excuse anymore. And Manchester United, let me look at this now. Okay, so Manchester United does not have a long injury list like they used to, right? Because now remember, before Manchester United had a laundry list of injuries, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, the majority of the squad is fit. So there's no mixing and chopping of the squad to make things work. You don't have to force Fred into a role and beg him to play some proper football, right? You have now the choice between, that's mommy's own, by the way. I'm not sure what the yellow stuff is. So yeah, so Paul Pogba is fit, and Paul Pogba is rearing to play some football. McTominay is fit. Fred was playing well before the break, really stepping into the role. Rashford is rearing to go. Martial never had a problem except for maybe mentally. I don't know. And of course they got Bruno. I think everybody, I don't know if anybody else has seen the behind the scenes, but I don't know if anybody's gonna recognize David De Gea with that hillbilly beard. I'm sorry. I hope he shaves.
I saw an article. I saw an article 2 days ago, where some writer was insinuating that David De Gea is one of the big problems that Manchester United has. The way I was like, what? They said that he doesn't allow them to pass the ball around, to kind of build from the back and pass back to him. But I mean, I disagreed wholeheartedly. I think he's probably one of their saving graces. But I don't know if this Manchester United team is actually any good. I really don't know.
All right, so breaking it down, honestly, I've been a fan of David since he's come to the league. I think his style and his reflexes has been just quick, and I love it. I love the way he play ball. I would have picked him as a keeper for my squad, especially if I play like a scrimmage game. Yeah, I'd have definitely work with a David De Gea because he does well with his feet. So to hear that he doesn't pass, or they can't pass the ball back to him, that's harsh, because he is one of the more exceptional keepers with his feet. Alisson. What's the name of Manchester City's keeper again? Can't remember his name. He's always been good with his feet as well.
Yeah. Made a few mistakes, but yeah.
A few mistakes, but he's one of the top. Schmeichel and David De Gea, those keepers have always shown that they're comfortable with the ball to foot. So I think his distribution is on point. If you need a fast break from a keeper,
he's a proper keeper.
Yeah, man.
But they might not even keep him. Well, no,
they might not. And I will tell you, that's the point I was coming to. I think there has been about 3 or so seasons where he's had a torrid time at Manchester United. I think it has to do with a few mistakes, keeper mistakes that he's made. I think it also has to do with the back line that he has to work with. There was a season where he was playing Smalling and Jones. Now, whilst I don't have a problem with Smalling, the pairing of Smalling and Jones just looked bad. That was a bad pairing, right? Especially coming from a man like Ferdinand and a man like Vidic. Yeah? So when you're talking about backline, that just was not working. Now, those two things and his current form, which is, I don't know, maybe 60% of what we're used to. Maybe David De Gea is ready to move on to a stronger team, as you rightfully said. You know what I mean? Now, what we're seeing on the screen right now is, I think, the answer to United's problems. I think if you can get a happy, football-loving Paul Pogba on your field with a man like Bruno Mars, come on, Clyde, may you play ball? You know what it feels like to step on the pitch and see your brethren who you know can knock it and say, yo, that match is going nice. Why is that nice?
Man.
Because we're going to have some fun. We're going to knock it and bounce around them boy up. Right? Now, that being said, another boy them are playing.
Yep.
I'm sorry, maybe I should clean it up for the English speaking audience. Um, Manchester United has these two fellas right here who are, I think, exceptional apart. And if they can get a chemistry going, they can really cause some havoc in the midfield, right?
Definitely.
Now, that being
Definitely.
said, Tottenham is not a pushover. And with a manager as tactically defensive as Jose Mourinho, you may just find that he's going to sit somebody to mark Bruno Mars all game long. He
Yeah,
may
yeah, yeah.
just sacrifice a
Vert-
player out of his squad to
yeah,
take
maybe
out.
Vertonghen or
No, it won't be Vertonghen because Vertonghen just does not have the movement. It will be
to stay
somebody in
with
the
him.
midfield. Yeah, man, it has to be somebody with agility. There's a kid that them have, Harry Winks.
Winks. Yeah, Harry Winks. Yeah.
Harry Winks is fairly good on the ball and he can run. That kid is full of energy, can run. You have Sissoko is a pretty big fellow. So you may want to use him as an enforcer, but you may run the risk of, a card or two.
Yeah,
So you have to be
discipline.
careful. Discipline issues, yeah. So he has a few players that he can, and he's not afraid to put 5 defenders on the field. You get me? So you may just find a fullback drifting into the midfield to mark Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Yeah, we're not calling him Bruno Mars. Why
you can
not?
call him Bruno Mars.
Let me see if I'm gonna sing some song. But
so how
yeah,
you think
you
the
might
score?
just.
So how you think the score can go for this particular
I think
game?
it feels like a draw. It feels like a
draw.
draw. It feels like a draw. It feels like a stalemate. However, I'm going to go out on a limb because me and I like predict draw. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Manchester United going to win 2-0.
Yeah, I kind of, to be fair, I kind of feeling that. I don't want it to be true, but that is what I'm feeling.
I mean,
what I'm feeling.
No, turn back on the light, more already. No. All right, cool. So let me see now. Not discrediting Harry Kane, top striker.
Yeah, big striker.
I've not seen him play a lot of football in recent times. And even though he's back from injury, and I know he wants to play football, I don't know if he's up to the challenge just yet. So you could talk up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer versus Jose Mourinho. You could talk it up and you could say who is the better manager. But really and truly, when you set the man on the field and you want player versus player,
yeah,
I am going to give Manchester United the edge.
I have another question for you, because really quickly, I want us to talk about. We have to talk about some other games. Let me just share again because there's something I want you to see here.
Yeah, what's that?
That's these games right here. You seen them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this game here, Aston Villa Chelsea, which is going to be on the Sunday. So we're going to say that is a dead rubber. Chelsea getting rubber with Aston Villa.
Love that Chelsea team. I think they've done some great things in the past. I see Roman Abramovich stepping up to the plate again, going in pocket. He got us a couple of players recently, and he's made a marquee signing already, in my opinion. We just want to see everything come to fruition, right? Now, I think the fact that Aston Villa plays on Wednesday, they're the first game to play, right? And then they're gonna come back and play on Sunday,
right?
After a long break from not playing competitive football. I don't see how Chelsea can drop points. Yeah, man, Chelsea should not be dropping points at this game. This is an Aston Villa side that does not have all the tools to compete with the top leagues.
It's not a very quality team at all.
It's not. I mean, I don't want to discredit no side, but let's face it, Aston Villa.
Facts. You're speaking facts.
Yeah, man, them not up to par with top 6 or top 10. right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me see where they're sitting in the table. They're relegation, 19th, right? I mean, I know them fighting. I know them fighting to stay, and this is interesting. We're pretty certain Norwich is being relegated, but Aston Villa and a Bournemouth team that everybody had so much hopes for, you get me, are in relegation. Now, Aston Villa may get relegated. People are not going to be so up in arms about it. However, these last 10 games, these last 11 games that Aston Villa have are going to be very, what you call it? What's the word? They're going to be testing. You know what I mean? They have to now show whether or not they want to stay in the league. So that's going to be the challenge that Chelsea has to face. Chelsea's going to come up against a team. Chelsea's going to come up against a team that does not want to lose any match. So imagine if they lose their opener to Sheffield. They're going to come for the Chelsea match
with passion. Yeah,
and we know how that goes. So the saving grace is that there's no crowd to get on anybody's side.
Yeah,
or to cheer anybody on.
to kind of because having a crowd, I think, would benefit
especially for a team like
Aston Villa. Yeah.
It would definitely boost
adrenaline
them.
and everything.
It definitely boosts them. So that's a saving grace, I will say. I will take that as a saving grace, right? But Chelsea should have rubbed that side, without
all right. Well, I'm with you on that. All right. So the last match we're going to talk about for that first weekend, had to be Everton. Has to be Everton versus Liverpool. I really feel that Everton wants to beat Liverpool. They want to. No, I'm saying they want to beat Liverpool as always. And I think in a year that it's a given that Liverpool is going to win the league, Everton should be up for it. But I just don't think Everton has the quality. However, they have who I believe to be one of the best attacking midfielders in the league. What's that new guy that they have? He came on against Arsenal. He's been injured for so long. Is what name again? You know who we're talking, right? I think it's him wearing number 10 for them now. But he's new. No, man. Forget it. I'll figure it out. I'll find it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Bernardo.
Hold on. Can I find it?
Bernardo is a little. I know who wears the number 10 for them. I know Morgan Schneiderlin is there.
No, man. But whoever it is, though, he's a new guy that plays in the midfield for them. Quality. But I think Liverpool is just going to simply overrun them. Outrun them, outfight them, outkill them, out everything.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I will tell you this much. Just taking the players aside, the difference in the quality of the players, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a golfing class.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Liverpool is a class and a half, or maybe 10 above Aston Villa. Taking that out of the picture for a second.
Everton.
Everton, what did I say?
Aston Villa.
Okay, sorry, Everton. So Liverpool is a class above both of those teams, even if they combine them. When you look at Jurgen Klopp and how he set up his team, he is going to pretty much neutralize their attack with the fact that they have all the defensive tools at his disposal now. They're all fit. There's a fit back line. You have a fit. What's the name of the Brazilian central defensive midfielder? Fabinho,
yeah.
Right. They have fit everybody. Not to mention the fact that they have a top goalkeeper. So if Aston Villa even get a goal out of this match, kudos to them. Very awesome to them. I know that there is a bit of rivalry, and I think it's going to be a derby match. But even derby matches now with no crowd, is it still considered a derby match?
It's just a kickabout.
Yeah, it's just going to be another game.
Yeah, it's a kickabout.
As you said, it really going to come down to. Are you talking about Gylfi Sigurdsson?
No, it's not Sigurdsson, man. Him new, man. He literally came last summer.
Last season. Okay.
Yeah, summer.
All right, but that being said, I'm going to watch the match still, because
of course.
we go watch
I'm going to watch every single match.
every single guys. If you're looking, if you're even here, I'm sorry, I'm not even talking to the audience as much anymore. Me and Clyde just a talk, but listen, we're going to watch every single match.
Every single. Oh, and
single
let me just say to everybody who watches this, we'll be having it's not a watch party, we call it a watch along. So
Watch along.
since we have this particular avenue available, this medium available to us, we can do a watch along where we watch the game. Yeah, we watch the game. Obviously we can't show the game on YouTube. We can't have you hear the sound. But what we'll do, we'll watch the game and we'll comment on the things that are happening in the game. It's something that we see people do. It's something that we are going to also give a shot to. I would think it would be fun because we will be watching the games anyway. So what we can do watch alongs for, I guess, the bigger games.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, for the bigger games, we can do some watch alongs for that. So
most definitely, stay tuned, man. Log into the Realist FC.
The Wednesday game is
click the like button.
Yeah.
Nachi, remember, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell because that will notify you when we're gonna start our live channel, just in case. You understand?
Right.
So that way now everybody can get involved because we want people to be involved in this discussion. We love talking football. It's a passion of ours. That's why we do this. We just love the game. It's not about the teams. It's not about the fandangles. It's not about the money. We just love the ball game. So if you guys want to join us, if you guys want to join the conversation, please, by all means, jump in.
So we're going to be going live on Wednesday, the 17th. We'll be going live on Friday the 19th, and definitely going live on the weekend, doing our watch-alongs right here, just like this. And you can participate in the conversation, say what you're saying, comment, and we'll comment back. And we have a good time watching some football. Richie, it was a pleasure talking to you. I know that both of you, it's been a while, man. I haven't seen you forever.
Yeah, man. Bless up, bless up all the time.
We have to link up rapper too because, him not going
to be a good.
Yeah, him not going to believe so we'll do this. He's going to be surprised. He's going to be very, very
man.
And then we can also talk. And we can talk about some other things too because, we need to talk about Beanie versus Bounty too. We just can't do it tonight.
Well, all right, we'll get on that because trust me, Beanie Man released a song already called "Don't Be That Guy."
Yeah, do you want to be that guy?
So you don't want to be that guy. So don't be that guy. Log on to the Realist FC and stay tuned. Don't be that guy.
All right, fam. So bless up the family. Have a great day tomorrow at work, and we'll talk and make plans, man.
Definitely. Hey, YouTube universe, please log into the Realist FC. Stay tuned.
Yeah, man.
Bigger, better to come.
Big up everybody. One love.